Hello, main event baseball YouTube fans. Hope all you guys are having a great start to your Saturday, a great start to your weekend. Oh, and by the way, most importantly, a lovely Easter Eve. Yes, guys, today, maybe Saturday, it may be the beginning of the weekend, but it is also Easter Eve. Get it? Because tomorrow would be Easter Sunday. So I thought I would do a little Easter Eve. But, and sorry guys, my hair dried. So I don't have the best hairstyle right now. So I do apologize for that. But yeah, guys, we have a very, I would say we have a pretty fun episode ahead of us today on the channel. We are going to be talking about 2026 Boise Hawks baseball. And then we are going to shift the conversation to none other than JV, Justin Verlander. Okay, before we get into this episode, make sure if you enjoyed the episode, you hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below in the comment section if you haven't subscribed already. But other than that, let's get into some Boise Hawks baseball talk. It feels great to be alive. All right, main event baseball fans. We are here on a Saturday of April 4th, 2026, and exactly 1 month from today is not only going to be Star Wars Day, but exactly 1 month from today will be day number 1 of 2026 Boise Hawks spring training. Or another way you could put it is the beginning of 2026 Boise Hawks Pioneer League spring training. Now, as of right now, there is 47 players on the roster. Okay, excuse me. But there is 47 players currently on the 2026 Boise Hawks spring training roster. And we all know that in a couple of weeks, that it will be the 2026 Boise Hawks Pioneer League team tryout. So there's going to be about 47 to 49 men that will enter day 1 of Boise Hawks spring training on the roster, okay? So let me give you a little rundown on how spring training works in the Pioneer Independent Baseball League, okay? And this will include the Boise Hawks. Number 1, first and foremost, guys, spring training is 2 weeks long, okay? Every team in the Pioneer Independent Baseball League has a 2-week-long spring training, okay? And within 5 days of spring training, there will be cuts made. But the number 1 question people have been asking me is, will the Boise Hawks be playing spring, exhibition games in their 2026 spring training? And the answer is yes. Okay, there are a few games lined up already. Of course, guys, what you're going to see a lot is scrimmage games. They do it in minor league spring training. They do it in big league spring training. But just, to see the big announcement that we are now exactly 1 month away from day 1 of 2026 Boise Hawks spring training. And, spring training baseball for the Boise Hawks is set to be at Hawks Memorial Stadium. However, remember, this time of the year, we are getting the field ready for opening days. So there may be a few days of 2026 Boise Hawks spring training that is an alternate area. but that will be to be determined. Now, spring training, guys, for the Boise Hawks in the Pioneer Independent Baseball League is different every year. It does vary. By the way, it does vary. But you know what? I mean, it's spring training, But how it varies and how it is different is because the Boise Hawks will have a new manager in 2026. However, this person is not new to Boise Hawks baseball. Last year, he served as hitting coach and ended the season as hitting coach and interim pitching coach for the Boise Hawks, and that is Sean Persky. Sean Persky will enter his very first season as manager of the Boise Hawks here in 2026. And, I would say Sean Persky, Boise Hawks baseball spring training is going to be different than 2025 Boise Hawks spring training, there's going to be a new vibe in that clubhouse. There's going to be a new level of goals set in spring training for the upcoming 2026 Boise Hawks Pioneer League season. And the one thing I can say about our manager, Sean Persky, for 2026 is the vibe, the energy is different. He is ready to go. And I think all Boise Hawk baseball fans are excited to say that we are ready to go because we are literally, guys, 45 days out. 45 days out from today will be not only opening day in the Pioneer Independent Baseball League, but 45 nights from tonight will be the 2026 Boise Hawks home opener when we play host to one of our rivals, the Ogden Raptors, in a 6-game series. So 45 nights from tonight, it will become one of a 6-game series down at Hawks Memorial Stadium between the Ogden Raptors and the Boise Hawks. Very excited for that. The Boise Hawks will be kicking off the 2026 Pioneer League season with a 12-game homestand. They will host the Ogden Raptors for 6 games. Then they will host one of the newest teams in the Pioneer Independent Baseball League, the Modesto Glow Riders, for 6 games. So that will be 2026 opening day baseball, maybe 45 days away. But we also began our first game of a 12-game homestand in 45 days as well. But that's 45 days out, ladies and gentlemen. We got to focus on exactly 1 month from today, and that is day 1 of 2026 Boise Hawks spring training. And like I said, there is about 45 to 49 men already signed up for the Hawks. Now remember, on May 1st, 2026 will be the very first Boise Hawks team tryout since 2021. I cannot tell you how many people out of that tryout are going to make the team. But remember, I've said this before, whoever makes it out of the team tryout, they don't get a spot on the opening day roster. They will actually have to earn their way onto the 2026 opening day roster. Whoever makes it out of that tryout will join the Boise Hawks as a member of the 2026 Boise Hawks spring training roster. And only spring training for the Boise Hawks is 2 weeks long. So 14 days to be exact is spring training. I think the final cuts of spring training will be made on May 18th. That is the day before our home opener and opening day in the Pioneer Independent Baseball League. But yeah, guys, I'm very excited. 45 nights out from our home opener, but on a Saturday afternoon and a Easter Eve, I can actually proudly say that we are exactly 1 month away from the beginning of Boise Hawks spring training, guys. We have 49 players right now signed up, and probably by day one of spring training, we will have over 50 guys on the field for day one of spring training for the Boise Hawks. And they will go from possibly 50 to 25 because there can only be 25 guys on the opening day roster come Tuesday, May 19th. But if you guys are going to wonder, well, what will happen to the guys that don't make the opening day roster? I don't know how, 2026 Boise Hawks manager Sean Prusky is going to do it, but they will either get released or they will be added to the practice squad and all that. We can talk about what the practice squad is for Boise Hawks baseball maybe in another episode. But guys, I'm going to get pumped up because, guys, you know what we are doing on the channel for Boise Hawks baseball. All right, once May 19th hits, we will have a pregame and a postgame show for 2026 Boise Hawks baseball. That is going to be very, very fun to do. I did it a little bit last year. I heard a lot of you guys enjoyed it, and that's why I thought I would bring it back for the 2026 Boise Hawks baseball season. But I will leave you guys with this question. Would you guys like a pregame, postgame, would you guys like a double episode day for Boise Hawks spring training? Let me know what you guys want to see about that down below in the comment section. But I think that's a good place to stop for Boise Hawks baseball. I think it is time to now talk about JV, Justin Verlander. Hey, I know that guy in the background. That's Justin Verlander. Well, you know what, guys? We do have some news on Justin Verlander. And no, it's not that he's back where it all began with the Detroit Tigers. That is definitely not what I'm saying, okay? Justin Verlander, guys, did make his 2026 Detroit Tigers debut this past Monday at Chase Field in Arizona, okay? He was scheduled to be the starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers tomorrow night on Easter Sunday on Sunday Night Baseball on Peacock. That is all changed because Justin Verlander is now heading to the IL, the 15-day IL with left hip problems, guys. Now, Justin Verlander, 45 years old. He's a 45-year-old man. He is playing on a one-year deal where it all began. And that all began in Detroit, okay? But, for number one, guys, 45 years old is this guy. And he's still pitching in MLB, okay? And I know a lot of guys and a lot of people may be criticizing that, or they may be asking themselves, gosh, when is Justin Verlander going to retire, okay? Now, I think it's inspirational that a guy right back here at 45 years old is willing to continue pitching. Okay, it shows me one thing, okay? And that one thing is he is not done playing the great game of baseball quite yet, okay? So here it is, guys. 15-day IL. I know it's boo for any Justin Verlander fans, especially Detroit, because, tomorrow night on Easter Sunday, he was supposed to pitch in Detroit as a Detroit Tiger for the first time in 11 years. The last time Justin Verlander pitched in Detroit as a Detroit Tiger was 2017 before he got traded to the cheating Astros. So, I was looking forward to calling the game tomorrow night with Justin Verlander as the starting pitcher for Detroit, and that got away. Now he's on the IL. He's on the 15-day IL. So I kind of got a question for you guys about this, okay? Here's my question, okay? What do you guys think that after the 15-day IL stint is over, Justin Verlander should go on a rehab assignment? Do you think that is a good idea? Do you think the Detroit Tigers should make that happen? Or do you trust the Detroit Tigers and Justin Verlander that when he comes back from the 15-day IL, he will be fully ready to go? I want to hear you guys' input down below in the comment section. But 45 years old, that's how old this man is. And you know what? Maybe 2026 will be his last year. Maybe in 2026, he will, want to play one more season and where it all began. We'll eventually find out. But I really want to know the answer to one question. At 45 years old, Verlander is on the IL. But after the 15-day IL stint is over, do you think he should go on a rehab assignment or not? I just want to know to that one question. Leave it down below in the comment section, guys. But guys, Justin Verlander heading to the IL 15-day IL to be exact. And he will miss his start tomorrow night. He was supposed to be the scheduled starter for the Detroit Tigers on Easter Sunday, on Sunday Night Baseball on Peacock. And now that will not happen. But a lot of people were probably looking forward to that game tomorrow night to see Verlander pitch. Again, it would have been the first time in 11 long years that he was pitching in Detroit as a Detroit Tiger. That 11 long years, ladies and gentlemen. That I think that's wait, was it 11 years? Let's see, 2017. So no, I'm off. 9 years. No, had to be 9. Well, let's see. My math could be off. I'm getting so excited about this. My math could be off. The last time he pitched in Detroit as a Detroit Tiger was 2017. So 17 plus 10 is 27. We're not even in 2027 yet. So I think it's like 9 to 10 years maybe. Anywho. But you know what, guys? The question I am going to leave you guys with, again, is should he be going on a rehab assignment or not when his IL stint is over? Let me know down below in the comment section.